Good afternoon. Welcome to Mama Marie's Kitchen at Home. We're sure glad to have you with us today. We're glad to be with y'all too. We've been off a little while, and I think everybody understands why. We just have a lot of things we get into. But today, Delaney and I are here with a recipe. I've been wanting to use this, but I've been wanting to make it. But a couple of the other ladies in Alabama has had it on their Facebook or their cooking shows, so I didn't want anybody to think I had stole it from them, so I just hadn't made it. But when I got my light bill this time, you know, I told you here a while back that they'll always put a recipe in there. So guess what was in there? It was what I'd been wanting to make. So I can make it without cheating. But a lady from Winfield, Alabama, and I don't know, Joyce Butler, if you're watching, Joyce, I appreciate you putting it in with the Alabama Power, or them putting it in. So I'm going to make it. It's sweet Alabama pecan bread. And it's always looked so good, but like I said, I wouldn't make it because I didn't want anybody to think I was copying them. But here it is, out of the Alabama Power. So we're going to make it. I've got everything out that we need. And by the way, we've met some of the sweetest followers in the restaurant this week. Just, I follow you, I'm from here, I'm from there, I'm from Kentucky, I'm there. And it's just always such a blessing for somebody to walk up to us and tell us that. And of course, I always call Delaney, wherever she's at, and let them meet her too, so that they know who's recording all of this. So we're going to get busy now. It calls for a mixer, but I don't think I'm going to pull out that old big mixer for this. So I'm just going to go by, look, I've got 4 eggs. I've already broken them. I'm going to put them in my bowl. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to beat them a little bit, because you know how they are. But I'm going to try to do it by hand. We'll see how it works. I'm going to give them just a good beating. That looks good now. To that, we're going to add 1 cup of white sugar. 1 cup of white sugar. Okay? So I'm just going to throw that in there with my eggs. We're also going to do a cup of brown sugar. Now, I run out of cups, so all of y'all that say I use the wrong cups, that's okay. Because I still get it kind of halfway right most of the time. So I've got a cup, you see that? There's a cup of brown sugar. So I'm going to put that in there also. Okay, and then it calls for a cup of oil. I'm just using a vegetable oil, a cup of oil. So I'm going to mix it in there with those 4 things. And we're supposed to beat them with a mixer. But I'm just going to try beating them with my hand. So you just get the oil mixed up in it. It'll be good. I hope y'all had a wonderful week this week. It's been a beautiful week. We're beginning to feel just a little bit of fall in the air.
Thank goodness.
In Alabama, it's been nice the last few days. All right, I believe that's... See how that looks now?
Look good.
Okay. Now after that, and you see how I got my flour measured up. I told you, I'm running low on my measuring stuff. I'm going to have to restock everything. But I need 1.5 cups of flour. You know, there's only 1 flour. It's a self-rising.
White lily.
I would not use anything else. So I've got 1.5 cups of white lily self-rising flour. I'm just going to pour it in, okay? Now that may become a little bit of mixing. Now I've never made this before, so I hope it turns out good. I just made a mess. All right, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring. This is double strength. Raleigh, like you know I use, I'm just about out.
So if you don't have that, do you use 2?
Well, if you got the imitation, you might want to use some more. By the way, you remember the video I showed you on making my vanilla? Show it to them, Delaney.
See?
That's my vanilla flavoring that's working together over there. All right, I'm just going to mix all this together. You have got to be careful, because you saw what mess I made.
It's okay, Mama.
That flour will pop out.
You know,
I got these little bowls at Walmart, and I sure do like them.
I like the little handle on there.
I do too. All right, we're going to beat just a little bit more. All right, you see how it looks? Now, like I said, I hope it looks like it's supposed to, because I've never made it before. Okay? Now, it calls, I'm going to tell you what the recipe says. It calls for 1 or 2 cups of pecan pieces. So I've got 1 cup right here of pecan pieces.
I guess depending on how much you like them.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to drop them in there. And I've got a few more, a little over half a cup. So I'm going to go ahead and put them 2 in there also. Now, I'm just going to mix them up. And by the way, I've got my oven preheated to 325. And the recipe says 325 for 30 minutes. So we'll see how that works out. All right. I've got my pan spray. It calls for a 9 by 13 pan. I'm just going to put all this in there. And I guess that's a 9 by 13. I didn't measure it, but it looks like it is.
It does. Now I'm going to have to try that, and it's going to run my diet.
Elaine's been trying to lose some weight. How much have you lost, Elaine?
Total 180 pounds.
180 pounds, y'all. Now, this hadn't been just last week.
No.
It's been a while.
It's been since 2020.
But she's done remarkably well. All right, that's it. Now, we're going to put it in the oven. We're going to cook it, and we check it in 30 minutes. If it's not done, we'll cook it a little bit more. But we'll be back in a little bit and let you see the outcome of it. Bye-bye. Hey, welcome back to Mama Reese's Kitchen. We've got our Alabama pecan thing. Look at it. It looks so good.
Don't it look good?
It smells wonderful. Now, I told y'all 325 for 30 minutes. It was not done. But now my oven cooks slow anyway. So at that time, I cut it up on 350 after about 30 minutes. It took about 15 more minutes to cook. So judge your oven yourself. And I've told y'all a lot of times, my oven cooks slow. So you might want to just check it. But I checked it at 30 minutes. It was not done. Okay? It's good and hot. Now, I told Elaine it's got pecans in it. I'm not supposed to eat pecans. But I'm going to let Delane taste it if she will. And she can keep it on me. But I've got a little sore in my mouth and I can't eat those pecans. So, Delane, try it. Is it too hot? It's good.
It's good.
It smells wonderful. I can't wait to eat some of it, but
That is good, Mom.
I'm gonna have to let it cool down. But that's our video for the day. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you'll try it. Like I said, it just smells wonderful.
Yes,
so
it
it has to be good. So thank y'all for viewing today. I just appreciate you so much. Remember, God loves you. We love you. God gives out so many blessings we can't even count them. But count your blessings. See where you are. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.